Hello students, today we are going to see our English textbook. This is our English textbook and today we are going to start our one new topic, poem topic. Let's see. Students, first of all we have to see our syllabus. In section 1 there are 8 topics. First one is An Astrologer's Day, R.K. Narayan. Second one is On Saying Please by Alfred George Gardner. Third one is The Cock and the Anthem written by O. Henry. Fourth one is Big Data, Big Insights. Fifth one is The New Dress by Virginia Woolf. Sixth one is Into the Wild by Kiran Purandare. Seventh one is Why We Travel written by Siddharth Pico Raghavan Iyer. And eighth one is Voyaging Towards Excellence written by Achyut Godbole. Most writers are Indian. In section 2 we are going to see poetry. There are also 8 poems. First one is Song of the Open Road written by Walt Whitman. Second one is Indian Weavers written by Sarojini Naidu. Third one is The Inchcape Rock written by Robert Southey. Fourth one is Have You Earned Your Tomorrow written by Edgar Guest. Fifth one is Father Returning Home written by Dilip Chitre. Sixth one is Money written by William H. Davis. Seventh one is She Walks in Beauty written by George Gordon Byron. And eighth one is Small Towns and Rivers written by Mamang Dai. Students, in section number 3, section 3 is writing skill, and in section number 3 there are 6 points. First one is summary writing, which we already saw. Second one is Do schools really kill creativity? It means mind mapping. Third one, note making. Fourth one, statement of purpose. Fifth one, drafting a virtual message. And sixth one, group discussion. Section 4 is new for you because section 4 is a genre novel. In section 4 there are 4 points. First one is history of novel. Second one is To Sir with Love. This is a novel written by E.R. Braithwaite. Third one is Around the World in 80 Days written by Jules Gabriel Verne. And fourth one is The Sign of 4 written by Sir Arthur Ignatius Conan Doyle. Okay, students, so now today we are going to see one poem, and the poem is 2.2 Indian Weavers written by Sarojini Naidu. Let's see. Students, first of all we are going to see icebreakers. First question, artisans are also called craftsmen. They are creators of diverse goods and use their hands to create unique, functional and also decorative items using traditional techniques. Now complete the web and given below. So students, here we have to search or we have to know some artisans. Artisans means craftsmen. Which craftsmen you already known? So first one is different types of artisans. First one is goldsmith and other 6 you have to write here. Okay, let's see second question. Discuss with your partner the seasons or occasions when we need. First one is woolen cloths. Students, when we need woolen cloths? In which season we used woolen cloths? So, write down the answer in your notebook. Second one, casual clothes. When we need casual clothes, when we used casual clothes, you have to know. Third one, rich silk cloths. And fourth one, colorful, comfortable clothes. When we use, in which occasion we use colorful, comfortable clothes. Okay. Let's see next question. Let's play a game. The teacher will ask the students some questions. Student will understand that there are some exceptions to the general rules. Let's start. I repeat again the question. Let's play a game. Here we are playing one game. The teacher will ask the students some question. I am going to ask some question. Students will understand that there are some exceptions to the general rules. Let's start. One who waves is a waver. One who waves we called a waver. Then one who plays a game is a what? You know. Then next one is one who sings is a one who dances is a next one who teaches is a and one who cooks is a not a cooker. Okay, let's see next question. We have often seen the picture of Gandhiji spinning on his charkha. Discuss the reasons behind this. One has been given for you. First one is, I repeat the question. We have often seen the pictures of Gandhiji spinning on his charkha. Okay. Discuss the reasons behind this. One has been given for you. First one, to give rural people an opportunity to earn their livelihood. And other three you have to find. Let's see. Next question. Name some tools used by the weavers. Which tools weavers are used mostly? First and very important is loom. And second and third one you have to find it. Last question. Name some types of yarns used by the weavers. I think first one is linen and second and third one is you have to find out. So students, complete these questions. Okay, let's see next. So students, let's see about the poet Sarojini Naidu. 1879 to 1949. Sarojini Naidu is an Indian poet. Sarojini Naidu was a political activist, feminist, and the first Indian woman who became the president of the Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. Sarojini Naidu's work as a poet earned her the sobriquet of Nightingale of India. It means Sarojini Naidu, also known as a Nightingale of India. Later she became the governor of the United Provinces in 1947, becoming the first woman to hold the office of the governor in independent India. Let's see about the poem. Indian Weaver is a short poem where the poet talks about 3 types of garments that the weavers weave at 3 particular times of a day. Each stanza of the poem represents the 3 important events of human life. First one is birth, it means childhood. Second one is adulthood, it means young. And third one is death, it means old. The colors mentioned in the stanzas are very significant as they indicate the moods related to the events. So let's start the poem. Indian Weavers. Weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we wave the robes of a newborn child. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you wave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we wave the marriage bells of a queen. Weavers weaving Solomon and steel. Why do you wave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather, and white as a cloud, we wave a dead man's funeral shroud. Written by Sarojini Naidu. Let's see students, first stanza. In this poem there are 3 stanzas, and in this poem the rhyme scheme is AABB. Day, gay, wild, child. Night, bright, green, queen. Still, chill, cloud, shroud. It means AABB. Okay, let's see. First of all, we have to know what is mean by weavers. Weavers means people who knit cloths. Okay. Second one is break of day. What is mean by break of day? Break of day means early morning. Okay. Next one is gay. What is mean by gay? It means beautiful, very beautiful. Okay. Let's start. First stanza. Weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Here, poet asks to the weavers questions. Here, poet asks the questions to weavers. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Why are you weaving garment? And the garment you are weaving at break of day, it means you are weaving early morning. Why are you weaving early morning? Okay, and that question weavers replied, blue as the wing of a halcyon, while we wave the robes of a newborn child. Robes means dresses. Okay, blue as the wing of halcyon, while here halcyon means a kingfisher, a bird which has bright colorful blue plumes. Okay, blue as the wing of a halcyon, while we are waving like blue colors cloths, robes means dresses for a newborn child, and these cloths look like halcyon while. Do you understand, students? Here in this first stanza, poet want to tell, first of all, poet asked the weavers why they are weaving their beautiful garments at the break of day, and that time weavers replied that they are weaving cloths for a newborn child, and the cloths look like a blue as a kingfisher's while. Okay, students, in this first stanza, poet use simile, figure of speech. Simile is a poetic device that compares something to another. Example, blue as the wing of halcyon, while. This is the simile's example. Here, the color of the robes is compared to the wings of the wild halcyon. Okay? Students, let's see second stanza. Weavers waving at fall of night. Why do you wave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we wave the marriage bells of a queen. First of all, we see vocabulary. First one, plums. What is mean by plums? Plums means soft feathers like peacocks and other birds. Okay. And second one is wells. What is mean by wells? So students, wells means a head covering piece of ornament garment. Okay. Which brides put on in their marriage. Okay. Let's see. Start. Here in second stanza, poet again asks the question to the weavers, and the question is, why do you wave a garment so bright? Here weavers waving so bright, it means white garment are waving. Here weavers are waving so bright garment, and they are waving at fall of night. Fall of night, it means evening. Okay, so poet want to know that why they are waving so bright garment at the evening. So here weavers replied on that question, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we wave the marriage bells of a queen. Here weavers want to tell that they are waving a marriage bells of a queen. They are waving garment for marriage bells of a queen, and the garments look like plumes of a peacock, purple and green. In this clause, weavers used many colors like purple and green. Students, in this second stanza, poet again asks the question to weavers that for whom you are weaving the marriage veil, and weavers replied that we are weaving the marriage veil for a queen. In India, marriage functions are generally held at night. That's why weavers weaving at fall of night. Weavers weaving marriage veils at fall of night. Students, in the first stanza, the weavers are weaving for a newborn baby, whereas in the second stanza, they are weaving the marriage veils for a queen who is getting married. Let's see the third stanza. Weavers weaving Solomon and steel. Why do you wave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we wave a dead man's funeral shroud. Okay, we are going to see last stanza, and in this last stanza again poet asks the question to the weavers, and the question is, what do you wave in the moonlight chill? Moonlight chill means means night. Why are you waving at night? And Solomon and steel, you are waving Solomon and steel. Solomon means silently, still calmly. Okay, why are you waving so silently, so calmly? And the night, why are you waving? What are you waving? And for that question, again weavers replied that white as a feather and white as a cloud. White as a feather and white as a cloud, we wave a dead man's funeral shroud. Okay, here weavers replied that we are waving a shroud. Shroud means a garment used to cover a dead body, and here funeral means burning or cremating a dead body. We are waving a cloth which used in funerals time. Okay, and that's why we are waving so calmly, so silently, and that's why we are waving in the moonlight chill. So students, here, unlike the first and the second stanza, the weavers are silent in the last stanza because they are waving for the dead. Their waving is quite honest that they feel for the dead and for the grieving relatives as well. In this poem, poets play with time. Here poet chooses 3 different type setting in the poem. The weaver wave the newborn baby's garment in the evening and the dead man's shroud at the midnight. The weavers wave the newborn baby's garment in the early morning, the queen's veil in the evening, and the dead man's shroud at midnight. So students, in Indian Weavers, Sarojini Naidu sums up the life of human beings on earth in 3 main stages by using symbols like cloths and times of the day. The journey of life begins with one color blue, which means joy and happiness. It continues with the addition of a number of colors, green and purple, which means sorrow also enter into life along with happiness. Life is more active in this stage than in the first stage. And in the final stanza, all the colors vanish away and a single color white remains, which means emotions are connected with life, and when the person dies, emotions also die. So, students, today we saw Sarojini Naidu's poem Indian Weavers and Indian Weavers. So students, here we saw Indian Weavers, and now your turn is, you have to complete your homework with the question. Okay, there are many questions in the page number 101 and you have to complete it, and you also have to show me. Here student, you have to compose a poem in this page number 101, and question number 4, complete the wavers wave in the chill moonlight. And here you have two blank lines. Here you have to give 2 blank lines and you have to complete it. Okay, it means you have to compose a poem starting with the wavers wave in the chill moonlight. Okay, so complete your homework and show me. Thank you.